First question, you have 1 minute to answer.
Okay.
Rosemary Sullivan, if you are elected to a seat on the tribal council, what would your number one priority be and why?
My priority would be transparency, providing the community with what current and past issues have been discussed and resolutions that have been passed. Using the newly formed media group to provide that information, tribal council meetings should be recorded and notes provided to the community monthly. As a current community member, I've not seen any published council minutes or resolutions passed. Current priority issues the community should be aware of are not shared with the community and make our community a newsworthy venue and not just a place for advertisement.
Question number 2 for Rosemary Sullivan. What qualities do you have that make for a good tribal council member?
The qualities that I have for making a good tribal council member are confidence, integrity, humility, gratitude, empathy and compassion, resilience, trust, honesty, communication, problem solving, forward thinking, a vision. I'm very opinionated, creative. I focus, very caring. Most of the time I'm happy, inspirational, sharing, educated. I'm strong, helpful, and positive.
Thank you, Rosemary Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 3. This one has a time limit of 1 minute. Rosemary Sullivan, what do you think could be done to better support the youth of the Hualapai tribe?
To support our youth of the Hualapai tribe, I think we need to take the time to get to know them. As a tribal leader, they might know who you are, but if you show up at their activities and talk to them, encourage them, play or participate in their activities, they will see you as a person they might like to know. Tribal Council needs to encourage all our youth to finish school, and while in school, think of where they want to be when they are young adults. Every tribal member has the opportunity to learn. Our children are our future, and we need to invest the time to make things better in our community and start by continuing to support our local community schools and teachers. Make our schools safer, install cameras, hold parents and teachers accountable for the actions of the children, and make it a place that they want to go and learn.
Question number 4. There's a 1 minute time limit on this one as well.
Okay.
Rosemary Sullivan, what could be improved to make the lives of elders in our community better?
Traditionally, our families are supposed to take care of our elders, but that's not always the case anymore. Family support takes time, and most adult children need to work to support their own families, and the caregiving gets put aside. Our reservation is one of the few that currently do not have any adult protection codes or laws. I've worked on reservations where if there were concerns, we could call on someone to assist, and that is not the case here. We see a lot of elder abuse happening, and the sad thing is the elder will not press charges because that child or their children is all they have, even though they are neglecting to care for them or abusing the monies they have. In order to do this, the Tribal Council needs to adopt those adult protection codes. Since there's no longer a law and ordinance committee, my understanding is the tribe has hired a legal person to review and make these changes with the assistance of the court.
Thank you, Rosemary Sullivan. There is a 2 minute time limit for this next question. Rosemary Sullivan, what is your understanding of the current status of the Hualapai Tribe Water Rights Settlement Act of 2022?
At the last community meeting held in April of 2025, that's where I heard of this settlement, and they talked about how it went back to a 1941 lawsuit with Santa Fe. But the current settlement's in 2 parts. There's a Bill Williams watershed resolution, and that water settlement was for 4,000 acre-feet of water, and it secured all the sacred springs in Choya Ranch. And Freeport-McMoran gave the tribe $10 million to secure more water rights, and they bought a farm in Yuma for $6.4 million, which gave an additional 850 acre-feet of water. And then they can use the balance of that to purchase more water rights. The second part authorized $312 million to deliver drinking water to the reservation, and the money is authorized but not appropriated. The plan going forward is a water line to Peach Springs into Grand Canyon West. Then they move those farm water rights to the reservation. Congress only passed a continuing resolution and had no direction of spending, but Secretary Bergen appropriated $79 million to the tribe to start that project. There's a lot of stakeholders and Haka'ama, and the upriver first is what I'm seeing with rights to the water. The Crit tribe just published a big article in their paper on all the water issues regarding the settlement water rights. And they are prepared to go to court if the current Congress overrides those inherent rights. And we need to continue to be vocal in our water rights now.
Thank you, Rosemary Sullivan. The final question for Rosemary Sullivan has a 2-minute time limit. What do you know about the Hualapai tribe's master plan, and how do you feel about the progress so far?
So the creation of the master plan was authorized under Article 13, Section 3 of the Constitution of the Hualapai tribe, approved on March 13, 1991, and it stated, a comprehensive land use ordinance shall be adopted as soon as possible after adoption of the Constitution. And the ordinance shall include sections on timber management, fuel, wood cutting, zoning, wildlife management, cattle management, and other natural resource management. More recently, the Master Plan Update Committee was created under Resolution number 13-2023 that selected 18 committee members for this purpose. In 2022, the Planning Department received both private and tribal funding for that purpose, and it was originally funded in 2009. So the current report's available on the Hualapai Tribe website. It's 173 pages long, and it was revised in April 30th of 2024. And they base that plan on a community needs assessment surveys, and they focused on areas in our community on issues such as high unemployment, lack of business opportunity, poverty, overcrowded housing, and outdated infrastructure. So there's lots of areas that they're going to look at: land use, housing, public structures, economic development, infrastructure, ranching, forestry, and mining, and strategic planning. So the master plan gives the tribe a direction on how we need to use our current lands and where we are currently. We need to think outside the box and develop in our underdeveloped areas. We need to spend the money to give us room to live. And our tribe does not own this land. We still are on a federal reservation. And if the government decides that we are not using what was given to us, they will take it away.
Thank you, Rosemary Sullivan.